And fans around the world, thank you for joining me once again here on Talkin Fight for another episode of Boxing News Today. And we're going to start off with a little news out of the women's division. First of all, I believe we've got a decent announcement here that I think you're all going to enjoy. This is going to be a great fight on March 29th of this year to be shown on ESPN Plus, taking place at the Desert Diamond Arena. That's over in Glendale, Arizona, United States. Yokasta Valle, one of our favorites here on Talkin Fight. She's 30-2 with 9 knockouts, fighting out of Costa Rica. Will be facing Seniesa Estrada, who is actually undefeated as a pro, 25-0 record, fighting out of East Los Angeles. They'll be fighting in a 10-round World Championship bout promoted by 10 rank for all the belts. They're vying for the undisputed minimum weight title, the IBF, the WBA, WBC, and WBO belts. Great fight. Great to look forward to that, indeed. So quick look here. Estrada last fought on July 28th last year when she won by a 10-round unanimous decision over Leonela Paola Udica when she was fighting for the WBC and WBA minimum weight world titles. Valle last fought on November 4th of last year when she won by a 10-round unanimous decision over Annabelle Ortiz, where she was defending her IBF and WBO minimum weight title belts. Like I said, great clash between two highly skilled fighters in the women's division, and we certainly look forward to that result and that fight. Quite frankly, it's going to be a good one. A great fight very recently held also over in the UK. WBA light heavyweight final eliminator. Number 1, Joshua Buatsi. He's now 18-0, undefeated. Scored a 12-round unanimous decision victory over number 2, Dan Azeez. Now 20-1, by the way. That took place over London's OVO Arena. And Buatsi, by all accounts, won due to his late round quite frankly, punishment of a desperate Azeez in the final round to win on the cards 116, 110, 117, 109, 117, 109. Elsewhere on the undercard, I have to mention Ben Whittaker. I don't know if you've seen the clips or not. I don't know if you saw the fight or not. But if you didn't, check out, just go to YouTube. I put the link down in the show's description. Check out what they call the showboating of Ben Whittaker. An absolutely phenomenal, not just one eloquent display of footwork and handwork, but boy, oh boy, he absolutely embarrassed his opponent. But nonetheless, take a look first before I comment further, which I don't really need to. I think you all understand, but you have to have a look at it. It's absolutely fantastic stuff. Elsewhere on that card, unbeaten super lightweight champ Adam Azim, 11-0, 8 knockouts. Was victorious when Paulson 14-1. Couldn't continue after sustaining a shoulder injury in round number 5. Olympian lightweight heavyweight, as I said, Ben Whittaker. He's now 6-0, as it is described here, outclassed Khalid Gradia. Was he Croatian? I'm not sure, actually. Over 4 rounds and then open up, got the stoppage at 1 minute 57 seconds of round number 5. IBO female lightweight champ Caroline Dubois, who we've mentioned quite often here on Talkin Fight and like very much, 9-0, took a hard-fought 10-round unanimous decision over Miranda Reyes, now 7-2-1, by scores of 190 on all 3 judges' cards. Heavyweight Jeamie TKV, also on the undercard, 6-1, outscored Konstantin Dovbishkinchenko, 10-15-1, over 6 by scores of 58-55, all 3 cards. Female bantamweight Francesca Hennessy, I've talked to you about her, 3-1, outpointed Lauren Belen Valdenbenito over 6 rounds. So a good card taking place over in the UK, good results. And it certainly sets up Joshua Buatsi now to fight, I think, Anthony Yarde coming up next. But certainly has earned his title shot with that victory. We do have a new date set for Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk. That's May 18th, set to take place in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, after being pushed back from February 17th after Fury suffered a cut in sparring against a Croatian fighter who Frank Warren had said was an elbow, but the young fighter, the Croatian, I forget his name, sorry, apologize, but he claims absolutely it was a good punch, and it shouldn't be claimed otherwise. Let's see what else happened around the world. We have some results out of Japan, I believe. Yes, let's start off with some results from Japan. Someone who we should be looking out for, our friend Joe Kazumi over in Japan, his hard punching ex-champ Goki Kobayashi, fighting at 105 pounds, regained the WBO Asia Pacific title as he dropped compatriot Yuri Kanaya 3 times and finally halted him at 2 minutes 27 seconds of the third round in a scheduled 12-rounder, and that took place in Tokyo, Japan. Having been boxing on the same team from high school days, they were more than intimate friends, but Kobayashi, 2 years his junior at 25, exploded a vicious left hook to floor the game senior in the second and decked him twice more with furious combos in the fatal third. Kobayashi forfeited his WBO Asia Pacific belt by an upset decision over Filipino Jake Amparo last August. Though aiming to regain it from Amparo in a direct rematch, the newly crowned champ renounced the belt to decline a rematch with the Japanese fighter. Kobayashi looked sharp and speedy enough to win and wondered why he'd lost his belt to Amparo in the first place. So Joe Kazumi says to us, Kobayashi is worth watching. Stay tuned. Also over in Tokyo, we saw formerly world-rated flyweight JBC number 2 Ryota Yamauchi, 11-3 in the 112-pound division. Impressively scored a one-punch knockout over Filipino Arnold Garde at the second 1 minute 16 seconds of the second round in a fight scheduled for 8 rounds taking place over in Tokyo. Must have been on the undercard. Having failed to win the WBO 112-pound belt via 8-round stoppage by unbeaten champ Junto Nakatani 2 years ago, Ryoto mixed it up with the free-swinging Filipino banger, and his single-shot uppercut had him on the deck to have him unable to beat the count. There you go. Elsewhere around the world, let's have a quick look here at Pitbull Reyes. He knocks out his opponent in Argentina. WBO number 12 ranked Tobias Pitbull Reyes, 14-0-1 out of Argentina. Stopped Eduardo Agito of Peru Saturday night down at the Club Deportivo in Galvez, Santa Fe, Argentina. Very good stuff. So boxing around the world continues. Let's have a quick look here. Something. Oh, yes. WBO number 14 super welterweight. Chordale. Oh, we haven't heard of this guy in a while. Chordale the Gift Booker, 22-1. Outpointed former world title challenger Greg the Villain Vendetti over 10 rounds on Saturday night at the Mohegan Sun Arena in Uncasville, Connecticut. Vendetti pressed the action while Booker used stick and move tactics. Booker closed strong to win 98-92, 99-91, 99-91. Booker lost his WBC US super welterweight title on the scale Friday. Also, featherweight Ricky De Los Santos, 12-1, outscored Nathan Martinez over 8 rounds to claim the vacant WBC USA silver 126-pound belt. On that card as well, we saw unbeaten middleweight Frank the Tank Hogan, 16-0, undefeated, scored an 8-round unanimous decision over the Mendes Potes to claim the vacant WBC USA silver 160-pound belt. Hogan dropped Potes in rounds 3 and 7 en route to an 80 on all cards win, 3 times on all judges. Looks like, yes, Fraser Clark's going to go back into the ring. He's 8-0 against Fabio Wardley, 17-0. And they'll collide March 31st. That's Easter Sunday at the O2 Arena in London. Wardley will be defending his British and Commonwealth titles, and Sky Sports will be televising that event in the UK and Ireland. And Peacock will televise it in the USA, likely on their pay-per-view channel. Wardley said, "I'm absolutely buzzing to be headlining what will be a massive showdown at the iconic O2 Arena. I fought there a lot before, so it looks like a home away home for me. As a seasoned former Olympian, Fraser Clark is definitely the most well-schooled boxer I'll have ever faced. but there's some lessons you can't learn in school, and I've got more than enough firepower in my arsenal to lay him flat on his back, just like all my other opponents. So some good words, and that's going to be a great fight. Quick little update on Conor Benn. He won. He defeated Peter Dobson. So Conor Benn remains undefeated. He's 23-0. And yet Dobson did take him the distance, as we suspected he might when we talked about that fight last week. And now a lot of people, especially Eddie Hearn, are yabbling about who Conor Benn will fight next. And it hopes, obviously, that fight will take place in Saudi Arabia, because it's obviously not going to take place in the United Kingdom. But Gervonta Tank Davis has stepped up and said he'll fight Conor Benn. Bill Haney, who's Devin Haney's dad, apparently crashed the press conference after their fight in Las Vegas and announced that Devin Haney would actually take on Conor Benn as well. But the fighter that Ben would like to fight is Mario Barrios. So we'll see what Eddie Hearn lines up. I'm sure Eddie will fight whoever he thinks will make the most money if they fight over in Saudi Arabia, which would probably be his destination of choice. Let's move along to, remember we said Shakur Stevenson had retired? Well, let's read a quick little article. Well, let's read the first paragraph of this article out of boxing247.com. As fight fans know, unbeaten star in the making, Shakur Stevenson announced his retirement from the sport last week. This, more than anything, down to the sheer frustration of him not being able to get the big fights. Fight fans also know they've never believed a word of it, and now pretty much on cue, Stevenson has said he will come out of retirement for the right fight. And the right fight, as Shakur wrote on social media, is a unification fight at 135 pounds. So, who is, well, I'm not going to, we've talked about this ad infinitum for the past few weeks, so I won't take you down that road again. But let's have a quick look at Tyson Fury and his having to postpone his fight against Oleksandr Usyk. That was scheduled to take place, I believe, February 17th. It's now going to take place down the road. Let's have a quick read here. Promoter Frank Warren has explained that the 35-year-old was caught with an elbow that caused his skin just above his eye to split open, and boy, did it split open. I don't know if you've seen the pictures or not. This against the Croatian Aragan Smakici, who was sparring with Fury when the accident happened. However, the Croatian said it was a clear punch, so I don't feel bad. Very simple text. He absolutely claims it was a clear punch that caught Tyson Fury, not an elbow. Fury says a lot of things, but he knows that he was sparring with me. And a new date has been set for Fury to fight Oleksandr Usyk in Riyadh on May 18th. So, good for Tyson Fury. Fury added, I was very disappointed. I've been in Saudi Arabia for 5 weeks training, and everything was going fantastic. It's a cut that you can't help, and these things happen in camp sometimes. I know His Excellency has spent a lot of money promotion. There's nothing anybody can do. It's God's will. Right, boxing fans, thanks for joining me here on Talkin Fight. I appreciate it very much. Remember, like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we'll see you again tomorrow morning. Oh, no, not tomorrow morning. I have to take the day off tomorrow. You'll see me Wednesday morning, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Nonetheless, you can go back over those most recent episodes and catch up on what I've been talking about. Let's have a quick look here, see if there's anything else. Nope. All right. Count me out. See you tomorrow. Nope, don't see me tomorrow. Day after.